Sharife, now that you've just had, a year in the league and just your overall thoughts of being in the NBA and the grind that it takes.
It's a great experience. I feel like there's no better teacher than, to actually be there. Learning from guys like Trey and, all the guys that have been on the team. I feel like it's a great experience that I can take to next year.
I asked Jalen the same thing, but I feel like a lot of rookies have one or two players that really take them under their wing. Was there a guy for you on the Hawks that kind of took you under their wing and kind of taught you the ropes?
Definitely Lou Will. Lou Will's kind of our vocal leader. Always, like even in timeouts, something will go on and he'll just try to tell me why or, little things like that. But probably Lou Will for sure.
Just your thoughts on being in the NBA in general and seeing the type of play, the caliber of play, and the amount of games that you're playing. Because you probably haven't played that many games in a season before ever.
Yeah, that was probably the hardest thing. Just the amount of games, going back and forth from the G League here. It was a different experience. Something I feel like I learned a lot from though. I feel like I could, have a different outlook on the year next year.
Having some experience in the G League too, how do you feel like that helped you grow your game, being able to get minutes there?
Yeah, I feel like just getting reps, being somewhere that is kind of different coach, different scheme, just different things you got to learn and different challenges. So no matter what the challenges were, I feel like being challenged and, having some adversity hit, I feel like it's definitely, going to help you for your future.
Ask Jalen about it, but also I'll ask you, for a guy that's in the NBA now, your first year, but you're a guy, I'm sure you've been the guy on your team for a long time. This year, the transition of being, maybe not the star on this team, and what has it kind of been like for you?
It's a challenge for sure. I've definitely played a lot of minutes on every team. So being here and not having it go as I expected it or wanted it to go, it's something I can learn from. I'm feeling like it's a good time. I learned a lot this year. Learn how the NBA is, how it works, how coaches are. Just getting familiar with everything. So I feel like it was a good learning experience that I could, ultimately take a big step next year.
Sharife, being an Atlanta guy, getting drafted to the Atlanta Hawks, playing for the College Park Skyhawks, just how important, how exciting was this year for you as an Atlanta guy?
Yeah, it was a huge blessing, especially, being able to have my family around. I don't know what I would have been able to do with such a long season by myself. So I was blessed to have, my home team draft me. So it was a great experience. A lot of family came to games and, just being around, being able to go to my grandmother's house and go to my mom and dad's house and, little stuff like that. So that was big for me, especially, just mentally, all the challenges this year. Having them close, I feel like helped me a lot.
What excites you most for having a year two?
Just the experience. I kind of know what it's like now. Hearing play calls and having experience and being kind of familiar with everything, being familiar with the coaches and the players, and coming back a year or two feeling like you've been here before. I feel like that's a big leap for my confidence and just ultimately I feel like it helped me a lot.
How do you feel like you can take the biggest step with your game this summer?
Just maturing and growing, continuing to be able to, extend my range, even shooting it better, finishing better, just ultimately everything kinda.